The Bengals could not have beaten the Browns on Sunday without Charlie Jones's 100-yard kickoff return to begin the game. But something was different about this return. It was different because of a decision that was made right before that was different than any other return that Jones or the Bengals have had this year, and allowed it to work so well. And in this video, we're going to break down what that difference was and why the Bengals won because of it. For the second straight week, happy Victory Monday, Bengals fans. This is John Sheeran of A2C Sports Cincinnati, and the Bengals did get a very important win on Sunday over the Cleveland Browns. It was their first win in Cleveland since 2017. It's their first AFC North win of the season. It's their first AFC win of the season. It gets them to 3-4, and they're right back in the playoff contention. But the offense did struggle in this game. They only scored 2 touchdowns for the second week in a row, but the team had 3 touchdowns thanks to Charlie Jones. Jones could not have started this game any better with a 100-yard opening kickoff return for a touchdown. It was the Bengals' first kickoff return for a touchdown in nearly 4 years since Brandon Wilson did it back in 2020. And honestly, it's no coincidence that this return ended up being a touchdown because the Bengals tried something different. This time, it was just Jones back there until it wasn't. Because right when Jones fielded the return, tight end Drew Sample ended up being right in front of him as a lead blocker. Now, Sample is a mainstay on the kickoff return unit, but he's always been with the rest of the players, way up in the field where they have to be at the start of the play. This time, though, when the ball was in the air, Sample ended up creeping back towards Jones and ended up being in the position to be a lead blocker for him. And it worked perfectly because Sample's block ended up springing Jones free right up the middle, and then Jones took it the next 100 yards for a touchdown. Don't ever let people tell you that special teams doesn't matter, because special teams coordinator Darren Simmons noticed something on film when studying the Browns, and this week he ended up having his players practice this play, and it worked perfectly. After the game, Simmons went on a radio show and said, quote, "It's a play we haven't run before. We put it in this week to try to take advantage of what they do. Fortunately, it worked just like we drew it up. We blocked it good, and everything worked out like it's supposed to work out." Now, this play was supposed to spark a really fast start for the Bengals offense in the first half, but they were abysmal offensively. They didn't score their next touchdown until midway through the third quarter. And sure enough, after the Browns made their second quarterback change of the day, Jameis Winston throws a touchdown, and the Browns are only down 7. Without this play made by Charlie Jones, the Bengals probably don't win in Cleveland. And without that one adjustment that Darren Simmons made this week, Charlie Jones probably doesn't run that in for a touchdown. It is a bit poetic to me that while the Bengals offense and defense can't seem to sync up and play well on the same day, it was special teams that ended up saving the Bengals behind and breaking their 7-year drought of winning in Cleveland.